Hey guys, welcome to The Light Paves Way. I'm Shez. So we're going to get some angel message numbers this morning for you. For those that are new, these messages can be quite short and quite straight to the point. So what we do is we roll the dice, get your number, we read the angel message from the book, and then I pull some tarot to see why that message has come through for you today. Please remember also you can check, as well as your sun sign, you can check your moon, your rising and your north node, because there could be more messages in those placements. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. So let's see. Aries. We have 5. We have 7. We have 8. 5, 7, 8, Aries. It did just then. I'm going to keep the 5, but it rolled to a 9, so there's a completion here. 5, 7, 8. Be willing to embrace the changes that are happening in your personal life. They will bring you a deeper sense of joy and fulfillment. So you've got some changes going on, Aries. Some of you may be resisting those changes. Something's completed. There's a completion here. Five, 7, 8. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and North Node. Sun, Moon, Rising and North Node. Page of Pentacles. So there is definitely a new opportunity. But some of you are fearful. You're a little bit fearful here. Yeah, you are definitely proceeding here, this situation, with caution. We've also got the King of Pentacles. If you embrace this change, this opportunity, it may require you to learn something new. Whether you have to go and study for something, or whether, learn something new about yourself. Once you take this leap, once you, step out of fear and embrace this change, this is gonna land you in a leadership role, whether that's leading, being a leader of your own life, or or a situation. But this is going to require determination. The Devil. Yeah, some of you are really holding on to the past. This is a lot of fear. Some of you are driven by egotism. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just that, you're being stubborn. Very, very stubborn. You're not allowing this change to flow. Yeah, there's a lot of fear, and it's only holding you back. You're only restricting yourself. admit here, when I was setting up for this, to do these messages, this is the third attempt. The third attempt, and each time Aries was the first card out. There's a lot of resistance, a lot of resistance. The Four of Swords. Some of you may be required to take a break, rest and recover, you know, just to go within, to gather your thoughts. Some of you, with the Four of Swords here, you need time to recover. Some of you may have let go of some addictions, and where this is learning something new about yourself, because you no longer have that addiction, that obsession to hold on to. You don't know what to do with yourself. You don't know how to move forward. But you're still in recovery. You're still in a recovery position. So this is all about taking time to rest and go within, planning your next steps forward. Yeah, the Nine of Cups. Yeah, it came out in the challenge. This is, you're scared of being happy here. You're scared of wanting more for yourself. Yeah, some of you are fearful that, you know, that you're going to be disappointed in whatever this is that you're moving towards. It's new because you've closed out something. You've closed out a cycle, and you're moving towards something new, learning something new. Some of you are just scared of either disappointing yourself or disappointing others around you. You know, whatever this is that you have to move, this change, this is required. This is a solo journey. This is requiring you to go it alone. Some of you could have left a relationship, a partnership, and now you're required to go this alone, and you feel like you don't know what you're doing. You have death underneath the deck. Yeah, some of you feel like you don't know what you're doing. You have to learn, you know, how to cope on your own. Yeah, balance, temperance. Yeah, you're trying to balance out this situation. Yeah, some of you, this with death here, yeah, something's ended. A cycle has closed out, and now you're learning how to go it alone. And you feel like, some of you feel like people are watching you, observing you, you know, taking notes, and feeling judgment. You feel like you're being assessed on how you're going to cope with this. This is Forget what other people are doing. This transformation, whatever has ended in your life, whether you've given up some addictions, you've left a partner, whether this is, you know, we got a relationship, or whether this is, you know, a work partnership, this is something new. Something that you are going to have to learn. And this situation requires you to, you know, to do it alone. Some of you are learning how to be independent on your own, balancing, juggling, you know, all the responsibilities that this situation requires. And you're holding on to the past, because you're scared of being happy, you're scared of, you know, abundance. You don't know how to, you know, make things right, make things work. Some of you are being asked to, you know, to research, to study. Before you move forward and take action, some of you are required to research, to study, go within. You will get there. You will get there. But you have to, you know, you have to want this. You have to put in the work. It's going to take determination. I'm going to leave that there for your Aries. But embrace this change. Because if you do put in the work, this situation is going to balance out for the better. You are going to be happy. You are going to be abundant. But you have to put in the work. Sagittarius. Zero. Six. 5. 65. Your finances are a reflection of your self-worth. Know that God sees you as deserving of blessings and harmony. Okay. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and North Node. Zero, 6, 5 for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and North Node. So we have the 10 of Wands reversed, 5 of Swords reversed, some of you, yeah, the 2 of Cups. Some of you are, you know, your life is coming back into balance. There's a lot of You're letting go of resentment here. 2-2 could be significant. So with the 2 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles, yeah, this is all about partnerships, cooperation, bringing a partnership, a relationship back into balance. Some of you are letting go of resentment. You could have resented someone, you know, or even resented yourself. There is an imbalance between you and another person, and it was to do with finances. Yeah, with the Sun here, you're realizing that either you was thinking less of another person or yourself, or this could be, you know, what another person was thinking about you. There was some resentment regarding another person having more money than you, or vice versa. Or you didn't feel worthy of a relationship because, you know, you didn't have those finances. And some of you are realizing that to have a harmonious relationship, a partnership, you know, it's not about the money, it's the connection. Yeah, the 8 of Swords, yeah. A lot of you were trapped in your mind. You was trapped in your head. Some of you thought that you wasn't enough, or the other person did, that because they didn't have the finances, that they couldn't be in a relationship with you. Yeah, the Empress. Yeah, the Empress reversed. Yeah, there was you felt like this relationship couldn't progress because one of you earned more money than the other. You was more stable, and you felt like this relationship couldn't progress. There was a lot of insecurity here. You're actually releasing that mindset now. You're letting go. There's some self-realization that it's your own thoughts that has kept you trapped. It's not. It's not about finances. It's about, you know, the actual connection. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. You, for some, I'm getting, you could have thought, you know, you could have dealt with someone, or, you know, vice versa, take it how it resonates. Someone, the way somebody dresses, the places that they shop, you could have thought that, or this person did, that, you know, you wasn't very wealthy, you wasn't worth very much. They're actually discovering now that you're very stable. Very stable. They could have rejected you in the past because you didn't have, you know, you didn't look the part. This person, the mindset was, if you've got money, if you're wealthy, you have to wear it, you have to drive it, you have to have it on show. And because either you or the other person didn't have it on show that they was rejected. But for the most part, I'm getting that some of you are coming to a self-realization, you know, that you have been trapped in this belief system that you can't really enter a relationship if you haven't got any money. Obviously, there is a point where you have to, you know, put in the work to try and help yourself, but because you did, your bank balance wasn't, you know, overflowing, you thought that this relationship couldn't progress. A lot of you have really felt insecure about entering a relationship because you didn't have the finances. Six of Swords. Yes, you're moving from this mindset now. You are moving, you're releasing yourself from the Eight of Swords, and you move into a much calmer state, that it's not always about the finances. You don't always have to, you know, have, you know, the fancy things to be happy. There's a lot more, there's many more ways to support one another than throwing money at the situation, and you're coming to realise that now. It takes connection, it takes conversation, it takes emotional support. It's, yeah, you are coming to the realisation that this is more than, you know, throwing money at a situation. I want one more. What's underneath the deck? The Queen of Swords. Yeah, for those that where this is, you was rejected because you didn't look like you was financially stable. This person was really harsh with you. This has made you feel insecure about yourself, even though you're actually the Queen of Pentacles. You're really stable, really abundant, and very supportive. I have one more. Yeah. Whoever was called to you, if this is a relationship, whoever, you know, has rejected you because you didn't wear the money, you didn't flash the cash, so to speak, they're actually realising now that you are stable, you are supportive. They're coming in now to apologise. They're coming in. Some of you will be receiving an apology from this person. I'm going to leave that there, Sagittarius. But yeah, you are, some of you are releasing a mindset that, you know, obviously money does make you feel, you know, worthy to an extent, but it's not the be all end all, you know. And some of you are releasing yourself from that trap. So we have Leo. 7. 527. And I think I did my dice the wrong way round then. I usually do the green before the little pink, but never mind. Your current situation is a manifestation of unshared feelings. It's important for you to open up. In turn, that will clear the way ahead. Five, 2, 7 for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising and North Node. 5, 2, 7 for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising and North Node. So we have the Three of Wands reversed. Yeah, there's some, you feel limited. Some delays here. Some obstacles. Justice in the reverse. Yeah, there may have been some dishonesty, a lack of accountability. Some of you may not be sharing that. Yeah, Two of Swords reversed. Yeah, this dishonesty, this lack of accountability, it's caused a lot of stress to you. A lot of stress and a lot of confusion and death. Yeah, there was an ending here. An ending. Some of you you want to change this situation. You want change in this situation. You don't want to feel stressed. You don't want to feel, you know, confused. Some of you want clarity and you're not receiving that. Whatever has ended has left you confused, left you, yeah. The Emperor. Some of you, this is like a boss, a father figure. Temperance. In the reverse. Yeah, some of you, you require a lot of structure. A lot of structure. I can't even say that word this morning. Yeah, but things aren't balanced. Some of you, you need to take control of the situation. You really do. Some of you, you need to control your emotions. Some of you are on borderline of becoming a little bit reckless over this situation. You're being very impatient. Some of you could be indulging a little bit because you're so stressed. Yeah, as above and so below. 6 of Pentacles reversed. yeah, someone, the other person in this situation, the person that you've been dealing with, has been a little bit selfish here, and they've ended something with you. I want to know what's ended. Why is this end occurred? There's some debts here. There's some debts. You're confused of why all these. Some of you are in debt, and you're confused. You know, why have you been left with all of this debt? Why have you got to pay all this out? The King of Wands. Yeah, the King of Wands, they're usually, you know, there's self-confident. They're, again, leadership, success. So you're wondering, why have you been left with all this debt? Why is this so much imbalance? Seven of Cups reversed. This is clarity, gaining clarity. Something is being clear. There's I want one more, please. Some of you have been left in a lot of debt. A lot of debt. King of Pentacles. With the Five of Pentacles. Something's gone on. Some of you really do need to speak. Because we've got the Emperor, the King of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. They're all leaders, you know, leadership, successful, stable. But everything else is screaming instability, imbalance, dishonesty, confusion. Something's gone on here. Something's gone on. The Five of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, some of you have been with the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Someone's been selfish here. Someone's ended something. Someone has ended a situation, whether it's a relationship or a job. Usually, you know, you're quite successful. You know, you take control over a situation, but because someone has just ended something abruptly, some of you may have been laid off from work, but someone hasn't taken control, and there's a lot of debt mounting up, and it's left you in a state of confusion. This someone isn't expressing, you know, how this has occurred. Someone isn't expressing that. Page of Cups, someone's been dishonest here. Someone's racked up a load of debt. possibly in your name. And it's finally coming to light why all of a sudden these bills are coming in, and it's, you know, someone has racked up all this debt in your name. At first you was confused, but some of you may be speaking, you know, to financial advisors, other people in a position of authority, and you're finding out that, you know, someone has racked up a load of debt in your name. You're finally receiving clarity. But yeah, whoever ended a situation, whether it's a relationship or, you know, a work situation, whether you got, you know, fired or, you know, the place just closed down, it just suddenly ended. It's because someone has racked up a load of debt. A load of debt. Some of you really do need to have a conversation with someone, and how, you know, this debt has made you feel, and that they've got to pay up. They've got to pay up. It's their debt, not yours. I'm gonna leave that there, Leo. This is going to be confirmation for you. You're going to have to speak to someone, possibly, you know, some authority figures, to get clear on this, because whoever has ended something isn't telling you the truth, isn't speaking, you know, isn't giving you any clarity. You're going to have to, you know, ring up these companies and stuff. This is about money. This is about debt. You're going to have to ring up these companies and speak to these, you know, these companies of what's gone on, because you're not getting it from this Page of Cups reversed. I'm going to leave that there. If these messages resonate with you, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.